Have you ever had that dream of launching your own online store, only to get totally overwhelmed by, well, all of it? Today, we're diving into a model that promises to fix that exact problem, the business in a box. We're going to use a service called Ecom Chief as our case study to figure out if this is a real shortcut to success or if it's just a different kind of starting line. Just think about this for a second. What if you could decide on Tuesday that you want to start a business, and by Thursday, you are the proud owner of a live, running e-commerce store ready to make its very first sale? I mean, it sounds kind of nuts, right? But that exact promise, getting you launched in just 48 hours, is the incredible hook that's pulling in thousands of aspiring entrepreneurs. And here's the real kicker. You do it all without designing a logo, without writing a single line of code, without hunting down suppliers for months, and you definitely don't spend weeks tearing your hair out trying to build a website from a blank page. You get to skip what, let's be honest, is the hardest part for most people. And you know, this gets right to the heart of a huge problem we call the entrepreneur's dilemma. You've got the idea, right? You've got the passion, the drive, but that road from the initial spark of an idea to having a live, professional-looking business, it is long and it's filled with all these technical hurdles. It's a journey that frankly makes a lot of people just give up before they even really get started. So let's actually break down the two paths you could take. If you build it yourself, you're easily looking at 3 to 5 weeks, and that's if you already have some of the skills. The other path, the Ecom Chief model, promises a handover in just 24 to 48 hours. The real difference is you're trading weeks of wrestling with website templates and payment gateways for a package where all of that is just done. Your focus shifts completely from building to owning. So this alternative path has a name. It's called the business in a box, or a turnkey model. And the analogy is kind of perfect, right? Instead of trying to build a house from the ground up, pouring the foundation, putting up the walls, you're basically buying one that's already built and ready to go. You just get the keys, you turn them, and you start living in it. So what exactly is a ready-made online business? Well, the source material defines it as a fully built online business prepared and ready for an immediate launch. The key thing to grab onto here is that you're not just buying an idea or a theme. You are buying a finished, functional structure. Okay, so let's say you do it. You find a store you really like, and you decide to buy it. What happens next? Well, the whole process is designed to be a super simple, really fast handover. It really just breaks down into 3 easy steps. First, you browse through their collection of pre-built stores. They have everything from pet supplies to fashion, and you just pick the one you want. Step 2 is the ownership transfer. The company's team securely moves everything over to you, the Shopify account, the domain, all the digital files. And then boom, step 3, you are now the 100% legal owner, and you can get straight to the good stuff, marketing and actually growing your business. And what's wild is that the source materials really hammer this point home. This entire transfer, from the moment you click buy to having the digital keys in your hand, is done in just 1 to 2 days. The whole goal is to just get rid of that long, frustrating waiting period. All right, so the big question, what do you actually get for your money? Let's open up this digital package and see what's inside. Okay, so first off, you get full legal ownership of the business. Then, all the digital assets. We're talking logos, graphics, everything. They include a handover checklist with video tutorials, which is huge. They've already integrated drop shipping suppliers, so you don't have to hold any inventory. You get a starter marketing kit, and maybe most importantly, lifetime technical support. But, are these things actually useful? Well, one new owner, Javier Perez, had this to say. He said, "The level of detail in the Hanover checklist is incredible. I felt like a pro business owner from day one." And that right there speaks to the whole point of this model. It's meant to bridge that knowledge gap for people who are new to all this. So, after hearing everything that's packed in, the full website, the branding, the supplier connections, the support, what do you think the price tag is on something like this? Well, the source lists many of these complete business packages for a one-time purchase of just $99. And here's another take from Sarah Chen, who owns a fashion boutique. She says, "I was overwhelmed with the idea of building a store," which sounds exactly like that dilemma we talked about, right? She goes on to say that after she got the store, she made her very first sale in just 4 days. Now, a $99 business that's making sales in 4 days, that sounds absolutely incredible. But let's get real for a minute. That purchase price is just the very beginning. To get the full picture, we have to look at the real costs and the effort that's required after you get the keys to your new store. And this is where that big responsibility shift happens. The service, they provide the foundation, that professional, ready-to-go store. But after that, you are in the driver's seat. It is 100% on you to do all the marketing, to drive traffic to the site, and to figure out the business strategy. The car is built, it's polished, it looks great, but it's up to you to drive it, to navigate, and to pay for the gas. Right. And that $99 fee? It is definitely not the only cost involved. And to be fair, the source is pretty transparent about this in their FAQ section. You're going to have ongoing costs to run the business. The main one is the Shopify subscription, which is about $29 a month. And then, of course, you need a marketing budget to actually get customers in the door. And all of this leads to what is probably the single most important principle here. And the source says it directly. No honest business can guarantee sales. They give you the foundation, but whether you succeed or fail, that really hinges entirely on your own marketing, your strategy, and your hard work. So let's circle all the way back to our original question. Does a model like this offer a genuine shortcut to becoming an entrepreneur? Or does it simply let you skip the painful technical setup and place you at a different, maybe more advanced starting line, with that long race of marketing and brand building still stretched out ahead of you? That's the crucial question you have to ask yourself.